Hello viewers, welcome to Arjus Botany. Today we will start the second chapter of reproduction, that is sexual reproduction in flowering plants. First of all, we have to know what is sexual reproduction. It is a type of reproduction in which both gametes are involved. That means it is a process of development of new organism through formation and fusion of gametes. Here the fusion of both male and female gamete takes place. The sexual reproduction is a natural phenomenon among the angiosperms. Angiosperms means seeded plant. Flowering plants, like other living organisms, have two phases in their life cycle, that is diploid sporophytic phase, which is 2N, and haploid gametophytic phase, that is N. Coming to the next, the flower bears sex organs or reproductive organ. As flower is the reproductive part of angiosperms, so this is the reproductive organ which produce haploid male and female gametes. These haploid male and female gametes fuse to form diploid zygote, and which further developed into a new diploid plant body, which is a sporophyte. That means male gamete is denoted as in and female gamete is denoted as in number of chromosomes. When they get fused to form diploid organism, that is zygote. Next, both the phases, that is sporophytic phase and gametophytic phase, alternate with each other. Coming to the next, here is the alternation of generation in flowering plants. See here, this is the sporophytic phase. Here anther is the male part and stigma or pistil or carpel is the female part. Ovule, ovary, these are the female part. Meiosis takes place here in development of male gametophyte. Microspores are formed and megaspores are formed. Then after mitosis takes place after meiosis. Then mitosis takes place. In mitosis process, male gametophyte, that is pollen grain, is formed, and in female gametophyte, that is embryosac is formed. Male gametophyte, that is sperm, is produced. In female gametophyte, that is egg is produced. Egg and sperm fertilize to form zygote, then zygote develop into embryo, then form seeds. After mitosis, it continues with the same process. Alternately, it develops into same process. So it is called as alternation of generation in flowering plants. Coming to the here topic, flower structure. Flower develops from a floral bud. It develops from a bud. A shoot apex, after producing leaves, may be converted into floral apex. This is the concept here. Shoot apices are transferred into an inflorescence. Inflorescence means the arrangement of flower over which floral primordia develops, and the primordia grows into flower bud, that is floral bud, which undergoes anthesis and forms flower. So what is anthesis? Anthesis is the period during which a flower is fully open and functional and it gets active. Next is, each individual flower is borne at the tip of specialized stalk, that is pedicel. The individual flower is formed at the stalk, that is called as pedicel. See here the diagram. If this is structure here, these are petals. Next, this is thalamus, and this one is called as, this stalk-like structure is called as pedicel, and this one is called as thalamus. MUS. This part is stigma, this one is style, and this is the ovary. These are called as petals. Here, short leaf-like structures are present. These are called sepals. and this shown as thalamus, and this stalk-like structure is called as pedicel. So this is a floral structure. The apex of pedicel, where floral organs are attached, is called as receptacle or thalamus. This is the structure of thalamus. Typically, a flower has four sets of appendages or floral parts arranged in a whole. Whole means an individual unit. That is, one is calyx, other one is corolla, next is androecium, then is gynoecium. These are the four floral holes. Calyx is the outermost hole, corolla, next androecium, and gynoecium is the innermost hole. Calyx and corolla are the accessory holes, that means helping holes, consist of sepals and petals respectively. Next is, the calyx corolla do not take part in sexual reproduction. So they are accessory part of flower, that means non-essential part of flower. So they do not take part in sexual reproduction. They are protective in function, that helps in protection, attract the insect during pollination. What is pollination? It is a process in which the male part, that is anther, get transferred into the stigma. Next, the androecium and gynoecium both are essential whole, as it helps in reproduction and it bears the sexual reproductive organs in the flowering plants. So, calyx and corolla are non-essential part and androecium and gynoecium are essential parts. Here, see the structure of flower, the parts of flower. This one is stigma. This part is called as style. Inside it, a white tube, thin tube is present, that is pollen tube. After that, this is the structure of hibiscus rosa sinensis, that is China rose. Ovary is present. Into it, ovules are present. So stigma, style, ovary. This structure totally constitute carpel, that is the reproductive part of female. Carpel, or we can say pistil. Next one is, these yellow parts are called as anther and the stalk is called as filament. Anther and filament together constitute stamen, which is the reproductive part of male. And the non-essential part which do not help in reproductions are the petals and sepals. Petals helps in pollination and sepals gives protection to the floral buds. These are non-essential parts. So essential parts are androecium and gynoecium, which is carpel and stamen. Carpel or pistil is the female reproductive part and stamen is the male reproductive part. Coming to the first, that is calyx, which is the outermost hole. It is the outermost hole of flower, that is lowermost hole on the receptacle, or that is called as thalamus. The individual member of calyx is called as sepals. This is the most important line you have to remember. The individual members of calyx is called as sepals, and sepals may be gamosepalous or polysepalous. That means when sepals get united, when they are formed together, they are called as gamosepalous, and when they are present free, that means separated, then these are called polysepalous, and generally these are green in color. That means sepals are the small short leaf-like structure present near the thalamus. Next are, these are leaf-like texture and primarily serve to protect the flowering bud. The function of sepal is it protect flowering bud. Next is, here see the diagram here. This is polypetalous. That means petals are present. Many petals are present. So it is called as polypetalous. Here one petal is present. It is fused. That means it is gamopetalous. But here the petals are separated. like this, separated, so they are called polypetalous. Here united, so it is called as gamopetalous. And this one is petals and this one is sepals, small green like structure. Gamosepalous, why? Because it is sepals are united. If sepals are present like this separately, they are not united, then it is called as polysepalous. So here the petals and sepals fusion diagram is present. Types of calyx based on fusion, that is gamosepalous, and other one is polysepalous. You can see the diagram here. As gamosepalous, that means it is completely present, united. But here in polysepalous, these are separate presently. They are present separately. Next is corolla. Inner to the calyx, corolla hole is present, and the individual member of corolla is called as petals. The individual members, the petals, these are the, sorry, if this is the diagram here, these are the petals. So individual member is called as corolla. The individual member of corolla is called as petals. Flowers owe their charm mostly to the bright and gorgeous color and attractive forms of corolla. Corolla with free petals, when they are freely present, it is called as polypetalous. When they are united or fused petals are present, these are called gamopetalous. Next is androecium, which is the essential whole or essential part or reproductive part of flowering plant. Androecium whole is located near to the corolla and its individual member is called as stamen. So stamen is the individual member of androecium, and androecium is the male reproductive organ. Stamen consists of two parts, one is filament, another one is anther. Anther, which is bilobed in structure, this is anther, and this stalk like structure is called as filament. So filament and anther constitute stamen, which is the individual member of androecium. Filaments are long, stalk-like, sterile filament to which a fertile bilobed anther. Our anthers are bilobed. Two lobical structures are present. So bilobed anther is attached at its distal end. This is the distal part or base part where the filament is present. Each of anther lobe has two microsporangium. The lobical part of anther has two microsporangium or pollen sac which contains microspores or pollen grains. Inside anther, two microsporangia are present. These are microsporangia. If we take the transverse section or TS section of anther, we can see microsporangia are present. Two microsporangia are present which fuse to form pollen sac, and these contain microspores or pollen grains, which is the male gametophytic part. The tissue that joins filament with anther lobe is called connectives. Here this is the structure of anther, which is bilobed. At the distal end a stalk is present, and this part where the anther and filaments are joined is called as connective. So this is all about androecium. Here see the diagram. This is anther, this is filament. Anther and filament constitute stamen. If we take this transverse section of anther, pollen sacs are present. That means two microsporangia are present. So this is the structure of stamen, and you can see this is the male reproductive part of China rose, that is Hibiscus rosa sinensis. This is the male part. Next, gynoecium, it is the innermost hole. Inner to the androsome hole lies the gynosium, which is the female reproductive organ of the flower. And the individual member of gynosium are called carpels. So carpels are borne laterally on the receptacles where thalamus is present. And the carpel comprises of basal solen ovary with a terminal stigma held on a stalk-like structure, that is style. So this is the structure of female reproductive part, that is gynosium. This is called as stigma. This is called as style, inside which pollen tube is present. And this one is ovary. Inside it, ovule is present. So this is the structure of gynosium or female reproductive part. A flower having single carpel is called as monocarpellary. If one carpel is present, that means a single pistil or carpel, a single female reproductive unit is present. This is called as monocarpellary. Carpel means the constitution of both stigma, style, and ovary. If these three are present in a single unit, single carpel is present, these are called as monocarpellary. If more number of carpels are present, these are called as multicarpellary or compound carpellary. See here the structure of carpel. This is called stigma, this is style, and this is ovary, and this is the outer lining is called as ovarule, and this is thalamus. Then this stalk-like structure is pedicel. Next, a flower is regarded as complete if it has all floral holes. That means four floral holes are calyx, corolla, androsium, and gynosium. If any one hole is absent, it is called as incomplete flower. If any of the hole, that means any of the holes like calyx is not present, that means it is called as incomplete hole, and the rest of the holes are present, one of the hole is absent, and it is called as incomplete flower. An incomplete flower is said to be perfect, that is bisexual, that means both sexes are present, male and female. China rose is a bisexual flower, that means both male part and female parts are present. It is called as also hermaphrodite. When both the androsium, that is the bearing male sex organ, and other one is the gynosium, which is the female sex organs, are present, that means incomplete flower is said to be perfect. If flower is said to be imperfect, that means unisexual, either of two sexes are missing, either of two sexes are missing, that means it is called as unisexual. Next is, in unisexual flower, if carpels are absent, if carpels are absent, it is called as male flower or staminate flower, and when stamens are absent, females are called as pistillate flower. That means unisexual means what? Only one sex is present. If carpels are absent, that means the female part is absent, the male part is present, so it is called as staminate flower or male flower. But when stamens are absent, that is male part is absent and flower is female, so it is called as pistillate flower. A plant may have both male and female flower borne separately, that means it is called as monoecious. Single flower, both male and female flowers are present separately, that is monoecious. For example, like cucurbita and maize, these are the examples. And when male and female flowers are present in different plant, such plants are called as dioecious, like papaya, mulberry, date palm, hukinia. These are all the examples of monoecious and dioecious. See here the monoecious and dioecious. Monoecious is complete flower, that is both pistil and stamens are present. But here dioecious means either of the flower is present in one plant. That is either female part must be present or male part must be present. So it is an incomplete flower. Only ovules are present. So, this is all about the conclusion what we have read yet. Flower is the reproductive structure of angiosperms, and stamen, which is the male sex organ, carpel or pistil is the female sex organ, anther, which is the part of stamen, which is bilobed and develops into microsporangium and which fuse to form pollen sac. Next is ovule or ovary, that is develops into megasporangium. Remember, microsporangium, which is the male part, megasporangium, which is the female part. Next is pollen grain develops into male gametophyte. Pollen grain develops into male gametophyte. Male gametophyte. So the male gametophytic part is pollen grain, but the female gametophyte is embryo sac within ovule, and the gamete which is present is sperm, and the female gamete which is egg. So this is all about the conclusion whatever you have read and in the floral structure. I hope you like this video. Thank you.